Yeah, I like Carlos, I say to my patients, they say, what should I call you? Just call me Carlos.
Yeah.
Or else call me anything you want, but never late for dinner.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm psychic.
You are psychic. We're just talking about that. You're good with that type of stuff. But, yeah, I mean, if I don't like someone, then I expect Professor.
Okay, I think that's fair enough.
But, look, I think it's one of those things that some people like using their titles. I rarely put my initials after my name unless it's something that's official that they want it.
True.
For some type of court report or something. But, yeah, I like to break down the barriers rather than build them.
Yeah, and then you're sort of more on an even keel.
Yeah,
there,
we've all got things that we've achieved, and I think if it's necessary, then you flaunt them. But for most part, yeah, we're all about the same.
Yeah, but so much respect for you, Carlos, and so do our listeners. I get lots of calls.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, how many years? Like 6 maybe?
6, 7, I don't know.
Wow.
Probably more than 6, 7, because we started probably, a couple of years before COVID, which was 2020.
Yeah.
So
when you launched Goodbye Charlie.
That's right, 2017.
Wow, that's a long time.
7, 8 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Time's flown.
I know.
And are you feeling happy today? You look happy.
Oh, well, look, it's a state of mind.
Yes, it is.
So now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to say, yes, I'm happy. And happiness is one of those things that doesn't last long. It's like little peaks of happiness. So in general, yes, I'm happy.
That's great. And if you're not feeling happy, like you said, it's a state of mind. Change your mind, change your world.
It is. And the first thing we have to define is what happiness is. In the Western world, we expect to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why we do things, we buy things, and that's fine. We always like, in one way, having those good times, but they're only little peaks and they don't last long. So a lot of us sometimes just chase those peaks. What I find is that 95% of life is a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
You get the 10s, and unfortunately, you get the 1s where you've got to get through the
grief
tough times.
And trauma.
That's exactly right.
Can't be happy all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the 5, that's 95% of the time. So if you're happy just with the ordinary life, the average, just doing the normal things, the domestic stuff, like, washing up, going to buy bread, get in the car to go to work, all these things that make 95% of life, of living life, because then, we sleep for a third of it, then you're on a good thing. Don't expect too much and then enjoy the ride when they come.
Yeah, because most people are happier like that, and rather than, chasing all the material things all the time, because you can never get to a point if you're doing that where you're just going, well, now I'm happy.
You never
get to that.
Striving. You never get to that point.
Yeah.
I've spoken to a lot of people in my time, and I analyse my own life. There's never a time you go, you know what? That's it. I don't want anything else in life. I'm totally happy. That's impossible, because happiness doesn't work that way. Yeah. And life doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
there's 2 ingredients in life. There's happiness and there's suffering. And you can't have life without both of them. It's like making a cake. You need eggs, you need flour. And so, or else it's not life. So we have to know that if when the tough times come, then we dig in and we do our best. And when those great nights come that we just have a lot of fun, all those times that we're just really happy, enjoy the moment, because eventually you'll go back to a 5 and you'll come up to a 5 from the bad times too. A lot of research has been done on that.
Okay.
And everyone settles on that 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 out of happiness. If 10 were to be truly happy and 1 would be sad, 5 is usually where we're at. So get used to just those little things, and then enjoy when they do come, all the, the 10s.
Like most people in countries where they, don't have much, live in the jungle, whatever like that, they're happy with what they've got. They don't know any different, and they're happier, aren't they?
Well, research has been done, and in Western industrialised countries, happiness seems to be less than in third world countries. A lot of it has to do with expectations as well. And so when your expectations are quite low,
you don't know any better.
And you settle with that. You settle. So if you're a young person, you might get married, have a moderate wedding. You might have to live in your parents' house or at the back. People in third world countries do that because it's hard for them to buy a house, or maybe even rent. They might not be able to save up to go overseas, so they stick to their daily life there, and they create a nice, comfy world around them that's not lavish, but it's certain. And it creates the opportunity for happiness.
True. And so you can train your mind to be happy, to recognise happiness?
You can. You have to start with a good philosophy, though.
Okay.
You have to really not expect to be happy all the time. You have to start with that. You have to prepare yourself for that, or else those expectations aren't met, and that's what causes that unhappiness.
They're too high and you can't make them,
Yeah. I think that's the number one thing. Understand how happiness works. I always say it's like trying to grab water in your fist. You grab it and then you squeeze it, it filters through. You can never hold it. And happiness is a bit like that. It's there, it lays there, and then it goes, and enjoy it while it comes, and then make sure that you create opportunities for happiness.
Yeah.
So, like try to go out.
Boosting happy hormones.
Boosting happy hormones, 100%. Do some exercise, keep fit. Because one thing is for certain, and this is, so there's some good research on this, individuals cannot be happy if they're in physical pain. So if you're not in physical pain, that's a great thing. If you're healthy, that's even better.
Yeah.
And so then you start building on that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, that's very important, appreciate what you have. Don't lament what you don't have.
You can't change. You can't change it, can you?
Well, and sometimes you can. Like, I've known people that their goal is just to make a lot of money, and they may get there.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
Yeah.
So you've got to put it on a balance. Okay, I want something, but is it worth the energy, whether it's another person in a relationship, whether it's a job?
You can't change that when you've lost them.
That's right.
You
can't change that situation. And you accept, if you can accept the reality of it, that's a great start. But it sounds all simple, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It takes a lot of practice, a lot of training.
It does. And you know what? I say to people, I'm in a good position because I remind myself every day of this.
Write it down.
I talk to people. I write it down, but in my job, I do it for a job.
Yeah, true.
I do it for a job. So it's one of those things and I still fall back into unrealistic thoughts and negative thoughts, and I've got to pick myself up and say, Carlos, come on, stick with the plan.
Yeah, we're all human.
We're all human, and our brain is negative by nature. We've said that a few times.
You said that before,
So people that are positive try very hard. It's like someone that's healthy, they try hard. So nothing comes out of nowhere. You've got to have a plan and you've got to implement it.
And it's different if you've got, say, clinical depression, but then it can be helped by medication to help happiness, can't it?
That's right.
Or a bit of,
Yeah. I mean, people with clinical diagnosis, that's a different story. There might be an imbalanced chemical and all these type of things. But, of course, that's then you need to involve a professional and medication probably. So, but once you have everything, the base is covered, you've got enough to eat, enough to drink, enough to, you feel you're safe where you live.
Yes.
And then that you start building on that, exercising, then working on your mind, but you need
eating well.
Basis.
Yeah.
Eating well.
Yeah, that's so important, isn't it? Sleeping well, happy relationships with family and friends.
There's so much, isn't there?
I know. How about we talk a bit more about this next week? What do you reckon?
We could go on. I think we've just touched the surface on happiness, but I think what our listeners can get out of this one is that happiness isn't a constant. Start with that. Know that it comes in peaks. Don't expect it to last. Enjoy it while it's there.
Good on you, Carlos Camacho, psychologist, philosopher, and wonderful friend. And I haven't said it for a while, rock star.
I missed that.
I knew you would. What song have you chosen? Bobby McFerrin?
It's a good start, isn't it? What a wonderful song. And what a wonderful character this guy is. I've seen him. He's very knowledgeable in music, and he's got a wonderful little YouTube little performance where he gets the crowd involved and he shows how everyone is musical just by jumping around on the spot and people pretending he's jumping on a keyboard, and how people naturally already hit the note wherever he's jumping to. He did well with his song, but it's not his only one, but very big song. Okay, see you next week, Carlos Camacho. And it's don't worry, be happy.